iPhone has continuously been the phone to beat when it comes to taking great images from your smartphone. They are known for creating reliable, crisp and professional photos, and the 6S is no different. But when Microsoft recently released the new flagship Microsoft Lumia 950, everything changed. The past few years, smartphones have changed and the quality just keeps on getting better, meaning the competition gets bigger. As someone who has studied photography for years, an impressive camera is definitely one of the main things I look for when buying a smartphone, and I can honestly say when testing these two phones, I was definitely impressed with the results. So here's my iPhone 6S versus Microsoft Lumia 950 camera comparison. Hi everyone, Jess from Dove Computer Solutions here. Both of these phones have the latest Pixel technology with optical image stabilisation and 4K capabilities. Although the 6S has a 12 megapixel sensor and the Lumia 950 has a 20 megapixel Zeiss optic sensor, megapixels on everything as we will see from this review. Both have a live photos feature, although Microsoft call theirs living images. This enables you to view a few seconds before you take the photo, which isn't necessary and I could live without, but it's nice to have there just in case, and I can definitely see the potential. iPhones and Windows phones have always had easy to use fantastic interfaces when using the camera apps, and that hasn't changed one bit with these new flagships. On the 950 there's the well-loved camera shortcut button on the side. And then we're greeted with the app itself. On the top there's the expandable bar, which gives us the ability to switch from rear camera to the front for selfies, the flash and rich capture settings. This then expands to manual controls, such as white balance adjustments, ISO, focus mode and exposure settings, which you can also access by swiping left on the camera or video icon. On the top right hand corner there's the menu options such as lenses, timer, bracketing and more settings. This is when you can adjust near enough everything to your needs. Straight away you can change the shortcuts, aspect ratio, framing to get that perfect shot, resolution and image stabilisation. On the iPhone 6S the interface is not all that different from previous models. This is probably the most simple camera software that I've seen, which is why as far as software goes, this one is the winner for me. There's no camera button, but with the 3D touch, there are lots of quick shortcuts that you can access from the homepage, like take a selfie or record in slow-mo. Within the camera app itself, at the bottom we find all of the different modes that you can easily access. There's the time-lapse mode, slow-mo mode, video, photo, square and panoramic modes. At the top you can switch to front camera quickly and easily. So let's see the outcome of these specs and see which camera is the all-round best. I found that when taking macro shots, the 950 worked amazing and was super fast taking the photo. Images came out well exposed with a lot of detail in darker places, whereas the 6S took quite a while to focus on the subject, but what was in focus has amazing detail. Depth of field is definitely something that the 950 excels in, as macro images like this look stunning. It tends to over-sharpen images, which can look bad in landscape photos, but for macro shots like this, it's perfect. The 6S is fantastic for capturing the true colour and realistic tones of the subject. So for photographers that prefer realistic images to then go and post-edit, this camera is for you. However, the 950 provides great results without post-editing, so for on-the-go casual use, you may prefer this one, and it's just all down to personal preference. A common issue with Windows Phone cameras is the tendency to oversaturate the colours and give warm tones, which most of the time look lovely and not much editing is needed. However, sometimes it's a bit too harsh, like this post box. The iPhone gave a much more realistic example of the true colour as it's old and faded, whereas the Lumia struggled particularly with reds and magentas. In low light, the iPhone tends to overexpose to get most visibility from the subject, yet the Lumia gives a more realistic look, still keeping the sharpness and much less noise than the iPhone. With the flash, the 950 lit up not just the subject but its surroundings too, whereas the iPhone flash dramatically lit up the subject and created a harsh contrast. So for low light conditions and a flash, the 950 is a definite winner. Both front-facing cameras are 5 megapixels, which is nothing to get excited about, but it still does the job well enough. That is, if you're taking it in the daylight. Outside and in sunlight, images look really nice with not too much noise. Whereas in low light conditions, again the quality definitely drops. But this is to be expected with just 5 megapixels. Having said that, it's the standard for front-facing cameras. 4K video recording looks fantastic, and with the addition of image stabilisation, videos turn out smooth and professional considering no tripod was used. All in all, these cameras are extremely good for different reasons, and it's all down to preference. However, my personal favourite has to be the 950, which is surprising to me as the iPhone has certainly been seen as the boss when it comes to cameras. For realistic images with a really simple and easy, yet definitely effective interface, the iPhone 6S is a winner. But for all-round sharp, crisp images with a fantastic depth of field, especially for macro shots, the Microsoft Lumia 950 is certainly a winner as less editing and work needs to be done for your final image. Let me know what you think is the best smartphone camera in the comments below. Thank you for watching.